we're just going to bullshit a little bit, but basically what all they give me, okay, they give me one page in here. And most of it's all in my head, everything I want to tell the people anyway. I know Saxon's history pretty thorough, so they got a few questions in that. I don't know if Dave told you about this. Riot's management started Rock City. It's a heavy metal paper that they're going to send out. I don't know if Jim told you, I do have the U.S. branch of the Motor Headbangers here. Yeah. And then I just picked up Iron Maidens from Rod.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going through all this mailing list. You know, we're the only ones doing anything for heavy metal here, honestly. Swear to God. So through this Rock City, you know, I gotta be one of the major writers. So I didn't even want to get a photo session, so I don't know what's going down. You know, for some.
We've had a lot of photographs taken of this too, so maybe we can send you.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
Yeah. No problem. You see, Dave, we'll send you a lot of photos. We've got thousands.
That's what you paid Jim for, right? I guess that's when you know we know Jim's well.
Jim's been a treasure for a long time.
It's great. Get to the meat of the thing, really. We should just talk about what the tour's been going on, strong arm the law, exact release dates and things like that.
Well, I don't know the exact release date. I know that it's coming out the end of May, the last week in May.
On Epic?
It's going to coincide with our next tour, which starts in June. We open act again, probably, to somebody else.
You'll be back that soon?
Yeah, I know you're coming back again in November, December.
To the States?
Yeah, we're going to shit down your fucking throats.
It'll work, man, it'll work.
Hey, normally, they don't let the kids go up to the stage like that. They're pretty strict here, you know. Ever since that fucking Who concert, that was it. And ever since then, you know, they've been pretty hard on the kids, but they just let them loose tonight, you know, which is great. You guys got the feet off them.
Yeah.
A lot bigger crowd last night.
Yeah, well, last night,
cup of tea?
We have a lot, We have a lot of UFO in Chicago.
Yeah,
we saw a lot of albums in Chicago. Yeah, and
the one radio station here in the 80s used to play Susie Hold On. They used to actually think KWK didn't want to put this on. I can cut them down easily. I mean, they're just like any other radio station. They did play Susie Hold On. I heard it about 6 times. Hi, Graham.
How you doing?
Got some good pictures. I took 86 in that time.
Really?
Yeah, I think I did Jim.
Taking these with me.
Taking pictures in jail. Check it out. Maybe Jimmy don't come out, will he?
Pick up my jacket there, Graham. See how heavy that is to wear at a gig. I passed out. I saw Whitesnake and Lester, and I passed out when I wore that thing.
Really?
Yeah, we know where it comes from, man. There's only one country that
British heavy metal rules. That's all we can say.
Did you Saxon patches on there?
Yeah, Motorhead signed that patch, so you guys got to sign my patch.
You got a pen, I'll do it now.
No, I don't have it. I'll wait till back.
Okay.
I'll save you.
Nigel's got some.
See you, Graham. What do we want
they
to...
told us he was hard to understand.
Oh, yeah.
Like, look, squeeze.
Well, is the management going to be squidged? Helen made that up, she told me. Is the management going to move to, like, Boston so you can get that tax? Jim was saying something about the manager moving to Boston for tax reasons. That's got nothing to do with the interview, but that just gives me insight, though.
No, not really. We have, see, Saxon are a company. Saxon, we have, it's got fuck all to do with the interview, but we have offshore companies. We're all directed to the Saxon company. And we're pretty together otherwise, business-wise. And there's nothing goes through Saxon that we control it. Control everything. And that's the reason we didn't come to America for 2 years, because we didn't like the record company.
They're not going to get behind it.
We came in 1980. We sold a lot of albums, but they printed 35,000 bills of steel. And we sold them in 6 weeks. They didn't print anymore.
In the States?
See, Maz told me that he wanted a copy especially because he didn't have one.
Now, the new company, CBS, is getting behind it now. So next time we come in, we'll see a big difference.
Will CBS buy the rights from Warner Brothers first?
Wheels of Steel, the first album as well.
Tell us about
The first album?
Saxon one.
Tell us about the club date you did in Chicago.
Club day, the A-makers.
Because, you know, you had a lot of fans up there last night because of the club.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of people in. There was about 60 people, you know. It wasn't very well advertised.
That's the problem.
We had a good gig there. But,
well, I seen a few shirts and everything.
Well, see, that's what you was talking about. If you can't get that proper push, there's no sense of coming over.
No, there isn't.
Because
but now that we're successful in Europe, we can come over as many times as we want, you know, and fuck them.
Well,
yeah,
we'd like to come, you know, because we were one of the first bands in England, I mean, to start playing heavy metal in our way that we played. And we were around with the Sex Pistols when we won.
There was still
I made them Def Leppard, they were good friends of ours, and I don't mean to put them down in any way, but they weren't around at that time.
Oh, we know that. We're very aware of that.
They were only us around, and we were like, I mean, we were the underdogs, you know, we were like fighting a lost cause. And we kept at it and at it and at it. And when our album went in, Wheels of Steel into the charts, and we stayed in the charts for 8 months. And everybody thought, shit, you know, I mean, it must be really big.
Well, you pulled how many
singles?
singles? How many singles you pulled off that? 3?
Oh yeah, 3 big singles.
Well, we've got them all. We've got all the singles we brought.
We had 2 top 10 singles. In fact, 1 week in England, well, actually a month, we had 6 singles in the top 40. We had 747, we had Susie Alban. Susie Alban. We had Frozen Rainbow, which is our first album. We had Backs to the Wall. And we had another one as well. I forgot the one was. But we had them all in the charts at the same time. You can get a book called the Book of British Hit Singles. You can buy that in England. And we're in there.
That's cool.
1980 was a good year for us.
Well, that was the big metal explosion where we caught on and finally hit the stage. You know, we've been slagging around with bands like AC/DC and Judas Priest and that lot. You know, then we hit this. Then we got Saxon. Then we hit on Saxon and Motorhead, Iron Maiden, all that same 80. You know, we finally started getting sounds. Is what it was. We started getting sounds. Is what really fucking brought us into the metal scene in Britain.
Sounds and Record Mirror are really the only papers. I mean, Melody Maker wasn't doing a lot with heavy metal at all. Sounds was the big paper and Record Mirror that put us up there, the options that long.
Well, 80 turned me on so bad that then at 80, I was going to go to England. I went to 80 to England in 81.
Have you seen us in England?
No, we didn't. I went there the worst time last year in May when no bands were touring there.
It was that time to tour.
It was the only way I could get my holiday at work. So it was kind of like, there was no bands.
Yeah, winter's the time to tour.
I got to go to Lyceum to see Raven, Bardis, and Angel, which that's the kind of gigs you'll never see here. You got to go to there, like the 3.
Well, a lot of those bands, I mean, sadly, America won't see, because
but
they're not.
If we can help it, if Rock City and us can help it, because we buy the albums. If you check out these like independent record stores that deal a lot of British heavy metal,
we sell a lot of albums import.
To America.
We sell more albums import than we do from fucking CBS, you know. I mean, we met a guy the other day in Boston who's doing 1,000 albums import. That's a lot of albums, you know. 1,000 albums. I mean, it doesn't show up on the American charts, you see. I mean, we get
like
paid.
Well, that ruins your chart standing. Yeah, I've heard about that before. If you like, that's right, because we got our denim and leather from France. I'm afraid it's not.
No.
And that plus
the reason you got it from France is because they didn't release denim and leather until after it had been out in Europe, and you got the imports.
Well, I thought, why didn't I get the British copy?
Because they're probably a lot cheaper to buy from France.
They were below regular cost.
It's the same album. It's the same
quality's fine.
But don't forget, we're signed with a French label worldwide.
Correct.
So it's obvious that they come from France. We sell a lot of albums in France, and most of them are export from France to other parts.
Well,
Australia, we do a fantastic amount of import.
What's your label in Japan?
Our label in Japan is
What is Korea? Because I got some Japanese singles.
It's all Korea. Worldwide, it's Korea. It's just distributed through various companies,
right.
CBS, like in England it's Warner Brothers, in France it's Korea because it's a French company.
Well, what about the live album that's going to be coming out? Is that just going to be a British release only?
It's going to be European release only. But you get it in Portland.
Oh shit, we'll get that.
The reason that you're not getting it here is because we're not big enough to release a live album.
It's not, doesn't make sense to me. You know, to me, a lot of times, I don't go for the live album gag. You know, people rave about No Sleep to Hammersmith. I go, I would rather hear a new studio of brand new songs, if you know where we're coming from.
Right. You see,
the kids want that
a
live.
live album is like a fifth or sixth album. You know, it's like a greatest hits, you know, live. It's just the same fucking songs all over again, really.
And they're not nearly as good, really.
Well, they're not really as good, but you have to, I mean, our live album, there's no breaks at all. It's just one long fucking set all the way through.
Like Tank's new album.
There's no overdubs at all. It's just straight through.
That's good. That's what we want to hear.
But tonight, King Biscuit recorded tonight.
Your set only.
Yeah. Well, they probably recorded UFOs as well, but they did our set.
Okay, yeah, they usually do.
Yeah, we have a set.
Oh, wow, Paul's. They'll definitely want to put Denim and Leather, and Paul's guitar chord came out during Denim and Leather. Do you see that? And that's one of your towels when you do that. Let's see what it is. Let's see, the British tour started 7th of October break. We're even having problems getting the singles, your latest singles. They're not getting those very good import-wise.
Yeah, no, it's difficult.
We don't have Never Surrender or what's the Princess of the Night.
You don't have Princess of the Night.
They're tough. Last one we've got is in the band's played off. It was a joke, is when I was in England during that May period through June for a month, 3 weeks, that the only good single on the jukebox in the pubs was in the band's played on, and that's the only thing I ever played there.
Did the militia guard come over there and shoot?
Yeah, they went to Holland. Oh, they went to Belgium.
Oh, Belgium? Yeah, I knew they went to Holland the year before.
We had, what, 6,000 people make it.
See, you'll never get that kind of thing in the States. You'll never get that down-to-earth British cult following in the States. Never. And that's why we were so attached to Britain.
No, I think you're probably fine. You know, I mean, you might think I'm come for saying this, but in England, I've talked to people exactly the same as you know, 3 years ago, who would say, well, you know, heavy metal's only in the clubs, you know, there's only like a few guys who will like it. But all of a sudden, you're like, wham! You know what I mean?
I know the kids want to hear it. I mean, I
think we get a lot of letters from kids in America, like yourself, like other kids, and I think it is going to go, because I think kids are fucking tired of like cheerleading and fucking people like that, you know, RAO Speedway. You want to see some fucking good.
Well, yeah, that's like I always judge a band when I hear it on the radio. How will this band be in concert? Where will they be 3 years from now? Like I'm saying, a band like Saxon, well, they'll be on the headline here. In 3 years, at a very big place, and where those bands will always be an opening band status. And what's the sense of the record company even sign them?
Yeah.
See, what's this? The old men in the record company can't relate to the heavy metal themselves, is what I understand.
Well, they can't.
And radio stations either.
You see, heavy metal in America's got a bit of a dirty. It's a bit of a dirty word at the moment, you know, and it shouldn't be really, because I mean, it's not a heavy image, you know. It's like good time. It's excitement. It's fucking.
You're the most.
You know, fucking work, fucking parents, fuck everybody. You know, go to a fucking Saxon gig.
Right, you guys are enjoying yourself more than any band we've ever seen.
Right, we always do. And when we headline, you see, fuck all yet, kid. when we headline, and you'll fucking see it, you know. I mean, in Florida.
Can you score us 2 more beers?
Can you ask me for that cigar, please? In Florida, I pulled a fucking girl up on stage, you know.
Wait till you get to Texas. That's supposed to be the rockin' State of the Union.
Well, we've not been to Texas, and again, our album sales in Texas are good.
Well, it's because they have the money down there. If you realize that the rich people are all moving to Texas for industrial reasons, which, you know.
You phone us up when we're in Texas, I'll tell you how it's going.
I know, like Iron Maiden, you know, they're popular.
Yeah, we follow bands around because there's just no way. We can't. He went to Chicago last night because we can't settle seeing a band once, you know. That's a good heavy metal gig.
Through 4 albums, you know, it sure is fucking worth a 300-mile drive. You know?
The thing is, we like Iron Maiden and Leopard, we've only had 2 albums. I mean, we write albums like we play music. Yeah, I mean, we don't give 2 shits about waiting for the market to be right. If the songs are written and we write them, we stick an album. Remember, that's why we have, in May it'll be our 5th album, in September it'll be our 6th album. And a lot of the other bands only have 2 or 3.
Yeah, they wanted you here, that's policy for a lot.
I wouldn't see them.
If we could release 3 albums a fucking year, then we would do. You know, we don't We're not like other bands, right? Our management's not like other managements. We don't give a shit. You know, we've always done what we do.
Why do you think they're like that, though? I don't think they think that they gotta set a pattern, you know? If you just, the band's ready to play, that's the best time.
There's a pattern that people work to, you know, like say Iron Maiden. There's a pattern that Iron Maiden will work to that's been proven over the years. But we don't give a shit for that. We honestly don't give a shit. We'll go anywhere, anytime, to anybody.
Well, the real band's the ones that come out at the end, that's all.
Well, the thing is, you can't bullshit the kids.
There's no way.
Doesn't matter how good your album covers are. Doesn't matter how much press you get. Doesn't matter how good your albums are. If you don't cut it live, fuck it. You know what I mean? It's no good.
Sure.
It's no good.
I know that's true.
You know, we've been playing now for a long time.
You know what's a shame? It's a band like Judas Priest, they went down in drains. They used to be like our big cult heroes in the States, like you are.
They did.
And their show's bad.
They did. I mean, I know Priest really well. They're good friends of mine. But they did go for the dollar, and they did sell out their on the last time.
They took a dive in or
But
kicked.
I mean, I know Judas really well, and I think you'll probably find the next album comes back with a fucking rock.
Now, so their stage show does because their stage show was so synchronized, it was so corny.
It's like Kiss, you know. See, our stage show, apart from one or two little things you might do, it's all ad lib, you know.
Well, I'm
it's all like, you know, one night I'll leapfrog over the bass player or something, and it's like, everybody will like laugh, because it's like, you know, it's not worked out, you know. It's like, it's really fun.
Well, you used to throw knives during street fighting games.
You used to throw knives into a bottle.
That would kick ass. As us Americans say, kick ass. You got to say that all the time.
You see, the thing is, because the album, the first album, is not, it's like unknown, really. You can't do songs off it, you see.
Well, there's no sense into it, really. It's not going to sell.
But I mean, back catalogue will sell. Once we have an album that breaks big, then our back catalogue will
Well, you can play Backs to the Wall, because that's like Monsters of
Right,
Rock.
yeah, Backs to the Wall, yeah.
Don't give a shit then.
Right.
Fucking A. We don't give a shit, we're just down to get
Monsters
on.
of Rock was a good album, really. It was quite big, wasn't it? What kids got that Monsters of Rock album.
Yeah, that did sell pretty good, you know, consider. I mean, we need more,
But again, you see, our music on Monsters of Rock is, I'll tell you how it was, and I'm not knocking any other bands by this, because you never really knock other bands, right? Because I think if a band makes it, or is doing it, who's doing well, then I respect that band, because it's fucking hard work. It's really hard to become successful at anything these days, whether you're a welder or whether you're a musician. And if any band makes it and sell albums, I respect them. No matter who they are or what sort of music, because it's tough. But the thing is, with Monsters of Rock, that concert went on Saturday, I believe. We took the tapes to a studio Sunday night, and we gave them back Monday morning. We didn't do any overdubs or anything, you know, we just mixed them straight down. And all the other bands added things, you know, and took things away. And that performance of ours on that tape is like straight live. You know, there's nothing took off, we got all swearing on everything, you know. And that's who we are.
I've got the cassette with Freeway Mad on it.
Right, yeah. And we mixed everything, you know, this 747, everything on that tape. One day maybe we'll release an official bootleg of our own, which has got all the Donington.
For the fan club?
Maybe.
That would be great.
Maybe. Limited edition of all Donington. Could be done, you know. Maybe.
Sounds like touring with Riot.
Riot? Well, Riot opened for us in England, and Ozzy Osbourne opened for us in Germany. The rest of the dates we had on our own, weren't we? But Riot are a good band. Great guys. The singer's left now.
Yeah, they get some new guys.
They came down to New York, sure.
But actually, that's the guys that are starting Rock City, the paper. Their manager. Because they got burned so many times, they swear that they start. Guess who used to write me? Donna Carlisle.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Riot are okay with us. They went on every night and did 100%. They went down great. You know, we gave them a good deal.
That appeared in the January 3rd issue of Sounds, 1981. First issue of the year.
This is yours, is it?
Mm-hmm. And I got about 67. Actually, I had 67 replies from England. Hey, Jim, you got my towel on the camera?
Doesn't mention Saxon.
You got the towel on the camera?
Doesn't mention Saxon.
I thought. You got it, Jim?
Oh, yeah.
We all make mistakes, kids.
What, you put something on there?
Yeah.
No, did you ever hear, you know, what Doug Leopard said it sounds, you know, what...
Yeah,
Oh, you know, I told Jim to tell you, man.
Jeff Leopard, I just, you know,
Yeah, then their drummer could write something like that on leather. They were the fakest band. We saw them here with Blackwood, the same kind of stage show. They're just a bunch, I'll cut them down because they're a bunch of pretty boys that sold out to the States. They're not real, you know, like Saxon is, you know.
And like they shit on the British fans.
I mean, they say shit like that.
They say, hey, you know, we'll go where we want.
Put it this way, if they made money in fucking Africa, they shit on you lot as well. That's the sort of band, yeah. But again, I know them really well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just slag me off. They're doing me a favour, really.
What he's talking about, you?
Really, because your true fans are saying, well, fuck this.
Really?
Yeah,
But
they
you
know
see,
where we're at.
bands like that don't have any tradition. And you know what tradition means?
Oh, I know the Saxon Motorhead
Saxon's
tradition.
got a tradition in England and Europe as well. And we're building a tradition in America. And bands like Def Leppard don't have any tradition, it's just gloss.
God, he said it right there,
They
man.
do an album and that's it. And they tour. There's no substance to it. And they do things like, a lot of bands do things that we do. They imitate Saxon. They say they meet the kids, and they say they do
They
this,
didn't
they
even
say
want
they
anything to do with
They
us.
don't do anything.
No.
And people in the press are good enough to believe it. And I think it's shit that they should smack their English fans because that tour they did in England did really bad. But, I mean, there must have been a few thousand kids going to see them. And I mean, they slagged them off and went to see them. Do you know what I mean?
But it even says, yeah, I know, it even says that...
That's like us coming here and headlining and only pulling 400 people. And me saying, well, then 400 people are cunts because 10,000 didn't come. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we've played in places with 3 fucking people in. You know, we played some of his best gigs in front of 3 fucking people as well. But that 3 people have gone crazy. Do you know what I mean?
No.
We've played to the best and to the worst audiences in the fucking world, you know. And
That wasn't a bad audience tonight, considering St. Louis, they've been really strict about the kids and I'm glad you guys had to feed off.
St. Louis has probably been a big town for it. They used to come.
If I could help it right for you, right there.
All the gigs where I have a lot of friends, because I mean, we call them friends, we call them fans. We'll always remember it, you know. Like in England, we have special gigs where kids came in to see us early on, you know, and gave us a good reception and we toured more to it. And them gigs to us are really special. You know, we don't do anything special. There's always a special like feeling when you walk on stage. Glasgow's one. Sheffield's one because it's a local town. There's always like certain gigs where you walk on stage and it's like
Well, it probably sells out the day to show. The day
oh yeah,
to
that sort of thing. Yeah.
What do you think of Motorhead's reputation of helping younger bands out? You know, like Girl School, Tank, you know, somewhat yourselves at the beginning.
Well, Girl School and Tank are signed to the same management, so
I know how it
it's not
works.
difficult to open up, but Motorhead up to that. We're good friends with Motorhead. We keep falling out from time to time and then making friends again, but that's just like friends do, you know. But Motorhead went out of the way to help us, and we needed it. And that's why we put, thanks to Motorhead and I was Steel album.
Well, I understand that like you guys helped sell that tour as well. I mean, they were that popular on the Bomber tour back then, or was it the Overkill tour?
Yeah, it was the Bomber tour.
Bomber tour.
Yeah, it was all right. We never hear me badmouth Motorhead. No matter what they say,
No, we don't say what we said that.
doesn't matter what they say about us, then I'll never badmouth Motorhead because they helped us out when they needed it. You know, that's
Like we said there, I said, hey, you don't. I mean, you can't get us saying nothing against Saxon because we're too good of fans, and there's just no way, you know. Of course, there's no way they was going to say anything. Well, there's no reason. I mean, we're all just together.
Of course we are. Everybody's in it together. It doesn't make any difference to us. It doesn't make any difference to us if Def Leppard and anybody else went number 1 biggest band in the fucking universe. It wouldn't make a damn bit of difference to us because it's plenty of room for everybody.
They don't know if they are.
There's no rivalry between Saxon and anybody. There's no rivalry between us and UFO. We go and do our fucking show as best as we can. We've got no room, no lights, it sounds shit. But we don't care, you know, that's just how it is.
People saw the show.
Right, we've had to put up with that for a long time. We don't give a shit. You know? And that's how we are.
Don't let it get you down, in other words.
In fact, we play a lot harder than we can.
Well, you know, another thing, I look at AC/DC as a band that's only helping you kind of bands. Even though those little kiddies go out and buy that album, they're going to get turned on to heavy metal or hard rock, and then they're going to go buy your albums.
AC/DC have done a lot for heavy music in America.
Right.
Because at one time, AC/DC never got played on the radio either.
That's when we was into them, way back then.
And neither did Judas Priest.
Right.
I mean, it was all bands like, you know, Van Halen, Journey. I mean, I like Van Halen and Journey. Don't get me wrong. You know, I've got Journey's Art live album. I think it's fucking great. It's great songs. But I mean, they're not in the same field as we're in. That's for sure.
Oh, here's a good question. How was the heavy metal or over-the-top heavy metal brain damage party?
Barn dance.
Barn dance, yeah.
Oh, it's Bingley.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great gig for us.
How big a hall is that? About as big as this place?
We had
12,000.
Us and Motorhead, actually us and Motorhead, we had 14,000 people in there. It was so full and so hot. There was a cloud appeared backstage, and it was actually raining in the fucking gig. It was so hot.
What?
Yep, that's true. They had to carry me off stage. I mean, I was that fucking exhausted. And I was walking up the corridor, and Lenny was walking down, you know. I went staggered out to Lenny watching his fucking on down there. And Lenny collapsed that night.
That's right, I remember that.
I threw my feet. Actually picked him up, put him in a chair and found him down. Our extra. It was a good gig for us. It was a good turnaround point for us. But at that period, we were playing all over the fucking place.
That was just a fun one-off gig then, right?
Yeah, it was
Must
just a
have been
gig.
exhausted by the time you guys hit the stage.
Yeah, how are these kids can be so durable? I mean,
The
you know,
kids had been in that gig since 12 o'clock. And they had like a band every hour. Girls' school went on before us. We're okay. When we hit stage, it's like unbelievable. That's like 14,000 fucking kids coming through the mist.
They must have.
I've got a picture of it at home. If I can remember, I'll give it to you. Send it.
Filthy's dad took camera and had his camera there outside it. I saw the kids like all organized. You know.
Filthy's dad's a great guy. He took a lot of photos of us. And I've got a photo at home framed of us, all the Motorhead crew, Motorhead and Saxon.
That's in the fanzine.
Yeah, right, with the Saxon
The Saxon banner, yeah.
At the back, yeah.
Yeah.
Leeds University, 1979.
Yeah, I met Filthy's dad. He's the one that actually asked me to start the Motorhead fan club over here.
Nice guy. Nice guy.
Fucking England's so great, man. Too bad I can't afford to go over there every week.
Well, it's going to be the same here soon.
Huh?
It's going to be the same here soon.
Well, sure, it's only bad for the bands. Look how far it is. You got to tour to the next gig every night, you know.
That's the way it is. When we start to headline in America, they most take it to the kids. Understand what I mean?
No.
Or we'll try and play in places where other bands have never fucking played. You know what I mean?
Small or big?
Doesn't make any difference to us. As long as we can get our equal in, we're happy.
Well, there's this really great place there that...
I mean, when we played Germany, our first headline tour of Germany, I mean, most bands do 8 gigs in Germany. And we do 28. 28 gigs in Germany. We went to some small places, massive places. You know, we were doing 10,000 seaters, 1,000 seaters, everything.
Well, I understand that that's where you make your money. In Europe, you really lose money in England because of the cost of touring over there. So high.
Well, it's the other way around for us. We make money in England and lose money in Europe. Because we did so many gigs, you know.
I keep track of all the albums I've got of yours. That's everything I've got by Saxon. That should be all of them. And this is the picture I printed in the concert. So.
Right. Well, you're going to get CBS to send you better ones.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm just waiting for CBS to recognize the fact, you know, that we can push heavy metal here. The gig adverts.
Virgin?
Yeah, when I went to England. That's where I got this T-shirt as well.
I got it from the Virgin shop.
Yeah, the big mega store.
Yeah. Really good. I think the first place that will break for us though, so we can come in and will be this area.
The Midwest is a good stronghold for you, eh?
Chicago, then to Ohio.
Detroit, Ohio. Oh, they got Cleveland, Cincinnati, Columbus.
We did an headline show in Cleveland at Agora Vault.
think you're going to headline next time back, or?
No, not next time.
That's what makes sense.
See, you can't go too fast, see.
Oh, yeah.
If we go into these gigs and we pull, say we pull 2,000 people in a 5,000 seat, the promoters don't make any money. We make
And they don't want to bring it back.
They don't bring it back.
Yeah.
You've got to judge it just right. Now on the West Coast, in a week, we're playing headline shows. But they're only like 1,000 seaters. Because over there, we sold more albums. And we've never been. There's a big cult following over there for us. And we're going to go in. We don't usually play clubs because you can't really show on it, and it's like a bit small. But occasionally, if there's a good following in that town, then we'll go in and play one, like we did in Cleveland. Like we did in Chicago. And there was only about 60-something people there. But that 60-something people in Chicago were multiplied. It's multiplied now. There's probably about 2,000 kids there with fans. And they want
Everybody's got friends.
I think the receptions we gain on the gigs is just, well, I mean, it's hard for us to know, but the American people said it's absolutely amazing.
Well, I'll tell you,
We've never seen opening acts get receptions like we're getting.
This is what we can feel good. They booed Motorhead everywhere. They didn't like it. They thought it was too punkish.
It's more a silent treatment.
Yeah, they
really
no great reception like you guys. I mean, it's just
Ozzy's crowd just was not the heaviest.
Well, that's the way it does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And,
that's why he opened with Motorcycle
It's just something happens on stage. Audience are liking it straight away. And what it is, if I knew I'd be a fucking millionaire.
Right.
But it's the same thing happened in England. The same thing happened in Europe. We supported James Priest in Europe. It was our first tour of Europe. And it was just crazy, you know. We were like a competition. Some nights we go down better than James Priest, and the next they go down better than us.
Yeah, you never judge a crowd.
Yeah, but it had never been known before. You know, they're an opening act. I mean, like, people were saying, "What is, you know, like,
kids are
cheek of these guys going down like that, you know. It's taking promoters by storm. And it's good. Because we're opening up for other bands to come and do the same.
Yeah, that's for sure.
If the kids see one opening act when we were doing well, and they're a lot more sympathetic to the next one that comes in, and the next one, and the next one. Until finally they'll come in and all opening acts will go down if they're worth the salt. You know. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. Same in England. Bands used to get booed up in England. We went on stage and we fucking.
I kind of saw that the kids in London were definitely like what one friend calls them tossers. I didn't think this one band like Raven. They didn't really like Raven at all. I mean, that band is fucking great. I mean, they're fucking crazy.
Well, in England, it's a way of life. And I mean, if you read that Kerrang thing, if you read that to yours.
Yeah, that's all good.
It's a brand new one, no.
It's like you should read that.
Oh, I
just got it.
You know, it's like when we talk in magazines, when we talk on radio, it's like we're talking to a mate, you know. That's the whole thing in it. It's like they have to know you personally. You know what I mean? When people come to my house, you can always invite them, we talk for hours, you know. And that's it. It's that attitude of like, you're one of the boys, you know, you're like, you know what I mean? You've been through all that unemployment shit and everything together.
That's important.
And they don't look at you as like a rich, famous fucking superstar. They look at you as like, they've always wanted Saxon to be big. When we were supporting, you can tell the audience wanted us to headline. Do you know what I mean? They wanted us to go back in an headline. And I think it's a great thing.
When I came back from England, I told him the conditions, the way of life over there is so much different than American life. Well, like even the simple thing of like bathtubs. I mean, it's just hardly any showers. It's all baths, you know. And he says, well, ain't no wonder the music over there is so fucking heavy, you know. It's their way of life. It's a lot heavier than America.
Only shows over there now and
Yeah, things just over here are just sometimes too smooth for people. That's why they go.
Kids would take advantage of you. Let's put it this way: the kids would keep within reason in England, you know, where even they can control themselves to drinking age. They could have a drinking age so high here because the kids are too immature. You know.
Just go out.
See, in England, an audience, very rare an audience is drunk.
Right.
You know, you just don't like them because the audience is so young anyway. I mean, we had kids coming 9 years old. Like fucking fanatical fans. And they don't sell booze at English kids, you know, they don't, I mean, in Germany it's different. They walk in with fucking beer barrels on their shoulders, it's the same on the stage, you know. It's like a way of life, you know, drugs and this stuff.
Oh, it's bullshit. And then they get in at the downers is what really turns me off. If anything, they should take uppers to get
Well,
in
the
it.
thing is, what we should take is music, you know, and that's what we did. It's as simple as that.
Well, people are going to eventually turn to music completely as their way of life. I mean, like England, when they finally get down in the ruts, in a couple years, as much as England's been going through it all, they've been, right, it's too glossy.
Yeah, but we've been going through it for 2,000 years.
Right, exactly. But you got to face it, it's true.
I mean, England's, I mean, it's a tough place, you know. I mean, people in England have been through a lot. It's all in everybody's life upbringing, do you know what I mean? Like been through a fucking war, being bombed and all that shit, unemployment, standing in street corners and all that shit. It's just like a way of life, you know, people accept
They've
it.
had it too easy here, that's why they can't accept anything unless it's candy ass, you know.
I mean, I like America, if nothing would please me more. For our brand of music to become successful. Because
Oh, it will.
If we become big, then we will try and change that. We'll try and have that approach of being friends. You understand what I mean?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, about when Devil and Leather first came out, it didn't hit us, you know, like a ton of metal bricks like your other albums did. It had to grow on us. I mean, it was like the tempo went down on the drums and things like that. You know, it finally is growing to us. Well, I always think it's probably your best album.
When do you hear the next album? I'll let you do a secret. The next album is probably going to be called Power and the Glory.
Power and the Glory.
We don't know yet. We're tossing it about, but that could be the title. Songs that we've written so far, or nearly written, are excellent. We're going to do another song that's like Dallas, and it's going to have a soundtrack on it. It's probably going to be about. Our live album's going to be called The Eagle Has Landed. The Eagle Has Landed. And the next studio album, we're going to have a track called The Eagle Has Landed. And maybe we're going to use the soundtrack from the first Moon Landing.
I always thought about it. You know. And Nigel seems like he's working it really good. I would have loved to see you guys at one time with
Pete. They're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete was a good drummer actually, but he got very ill, and he was ill when we did the Leather album.
Did he sprain his ribs during your
Well, he had a
rehearsal?
lot of things over his stomach, you know.
Well, then if you realize you got a big old American tour coming up, you can't pull Paul Diano.
But Nigel's a great drummer, and we opened Nigel, and we're like grow and develop into like a
Saxon?
into a really like individual guy. And he does a lot of things on stage that Pete never did, and sticks.
Was that Nigel's idea? Or
Yeah, it's Nigel's idea. He does a lot of things.
Well, have you guys been long mates or something? How'd you know him?
Nigel's a friend of Dave's, our manager, and yeah, we've known Nigel quite a long time. I wouldn't say that we've known him for 20 years, but we've known him quite a long time.
Well, you probably had a lot of choices to pick
It
from.
was a natural thing for him to join.
Well, it was
He
important.
knew all the songs. I mean, there's a story about it. When we played Brighton, Nigel lives in Brighton. When we played Brighton, Nigel had actually bought 2 tickets to come and see us. And 2 days before that gig, he joined.
Wow. He was even playing Pete's drum
He
set.
learned all the songs in 2 days. And he didn't learn them just parrot fast, he learned them and put a lot of things in.
Jim told me about that part.
You know, he still got the tickets, he never used them because he was on stage at the fucking gig.
When do you want to wrap this up? When do you want to wrap this up?
Wrap this into the next few minutes.
Yeah, we're going to keep going. We're going to party back at the hotel. We got tons of albums, autographs, posters.
We're going to have a party, yeah. You got some money, Rich? The big ones.
Roll out of Rosie, eh? Was she friends with Bond?
I was never friends with him. I didn't meet him. I met him at Hammersmith just before he died.
We had the pleasure of getting drunk 2 times with Bob.
He was, like on the road here, just like you guys, man. Back when AC/DC, you know.
He was down there, this guy here. Time we were 17 years old, he was 30, years old, just
like you know, just relating totally to us, you know.
He just got down there,
No,
and just
there's
talked.
not many guys talking about all that shit when they die. It's really bad. And that's rock and roll.
Well, he lived his life to the extent, I mean, yeah, I feel that this doesn't bother me because, you know, he died the way he probably would have wanted to die, really.
Yep.
No, I don't want to end the conversation. Interview on, well,
That's a sweaty pic, eh?
That's a great picture.
where'd you come up with this idea of this like jersey type thing for your stage here?
Yes.
I don't understand what that is. Like a baseball
This is
jersey.
an American baseball jersey I bought here in America. Two birds were on a stage in Cardiff and ripped up my back. I'm pissed off about that with the jersey. You never laugh. Then I used to have another one with California Angels, and that got ripped up my back as well.
Well, it's something. It's an honor to know someone that won the tight trousers award in Kerrang.
Same fuck all you kids.
Well, Beth, thanks for the interview.
Yeah, it's been great.
Although I will probably use my